Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers, your only friend, these YouTube streets, Porter Rock 77. Back with another video talking about gaming. Specifically, want to talk Nintendo real quick. Now, what I'm about to present to you, any other developer would get hammered. Like Nintendo's the only one that can get away with this. They're the only ones get away with this. Check this out. Read the headlines right here. It says Donkey Kong Bonanza director says he's aware of the occasional performance issues, prioritizing funds. Press notice occasional frame drops in recent hands. Right. So now let's read it. Here you go. Speaking to Spanish outlet La Vanguardia, La Vanguardia, Nintendo's Kazuya Takahashi was asked about frame rate drops the interviewer noticed when playing the game. There's a quote. There are several factors to consider, Takahashi responded. First, we intentionally use effects like hit stop and slow motion to emphasize impacts. Second, because we use voxel technology, there are times when there are major changes and destruction in the environment. We were aware that performance may drop slightly at these times. However, as you say, overall the game is smooth, and at points where large-scale changes occur, we prioritize fun and playability. Hashi joined Nintendo in 2020, having previously worked on other open-world titles at his former companies, most likely Square Enix, according to Moby Games page. Personally, while I had no prior experience working on Donkey Kong games, I do have very fond memories of playing Donkey Kong Jr. and later Donkey Kong. After I learned I'd been assigned to the Donkey Kong Bonanza team, I replayed all the games in the franchise. In particular, Donkey Kong Country introduced unique mechanics like barrel cannons and minecarts. I wanted to revisit those elements and add a sense of destruction. That motivated me to incorporate past memories along with new ideas. Right? Here's the crazy part. What does ensuring the game is fun somehow competes with a well-optimized game, especially when you are a first-party developer? This is your platform. This is your hardware. You are fully aware what Nintendo was introducing to the consumers. And you're trying to damage control, trying to tell the consumers, oh, but I want to make sure the game is fun. That having a fun game does not compete or interfere with a well-optimized game, right? Games with frame rate drops isn't something like, well, we got frame rate drops because, the fun got in the way. So we prioritize fun with over performance. If PlayStation or Xbox developer, if Naughty Dog or 343, right, or Coalition or Santa Monica would have said some shit like this, they would get burned right now. The internet would be on fire. How is Nintendo getting away with this? Like, listen, this is why when people tell me, oh, Nintendo makes the most profit, of course they're going to make the most profit. You ain't holding them to a standard. They get away with everything. They get away with highway robbery. They come out with generational behind hardware. And when even in, they want to charge $80 for their games that aren't even up to snuff with the current gen games. And then even with their own first party, they don't even care to completely at least present the very best games for that platform for what it can do. Any hits, any glitches, any frame rate drops, any lack of optimization, we prioritize fun. And you're going to have the Nintendo fanboys, they're going to run with it. Games are meant to be fun. Games are meant to be fun. Hey, dummy, games can be fun and properly optimized, properly developed, showing the best features that you can for at least the hardware that's on. Nintendo gets away with generational buying hardware. They get to like make games with no voice acting, no mocap, none of that. And now they can even make games that aren't even fully optimized and charge $80. This is wild. Only they could get away with this, bro. Only they could get away with this, man. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is bullshit that they're getting away with this? You let me know. Hit me up in the comments section. Porter Rock 77, your only friend in these YouTube streets. I'm out of here. Peace.
Grand opening